financial tools that you have been discussing over the past days. We must keep working on several fronts, including the finalization of clear future trade agreements.
Open and competitive international trade is a key factor for the success of the European project. Surprisingly, for many people, one of the loudest voices for competitive exports as well as imports comes from the European retail and wholesale sectors. Why is this, and what are that sector's goals for international trade? We went to Eurocommerce, the headquarters of European retail in Brussels, and spoke with their Director of International Trade, Ralph Canfona, as he led a meeting of the Eurocommerce International Trade Committee.
Ralph, thank you for your time today. When people talk of international trade, it's normally in terms of producers rather than retailers. So why is international trade so important to Eurocommerce?
Import and export are two sides of the same coin. We have a vital interest as commerce sector to secure competitive import markets because we want to deliver products of best quality and price to our customers day by day. But the other way around, also competitive exports belong to the picture and make Europe more competitive altogether. That is why we are joining forces strongly also with the manufacturing industry. And we make sure that Europe opens markets for its exports of goods and of services. But this will only work if import and export are seen in conjunction, together. By opening trade, we are not creating problems to other sectors. We are not creating problems to the manufacturing industry, but open markets in both directions for goods and services make us strong together.
So what does Eurocommerce see as the key areas?
We have a major interest in creating a better global governance, because that means freer trade, means more competitiveness, less red tape. I give you one example. The World Trade Organization counts 160 countries worldwide. And the agreement on easier, more fluid customs procedures, which we call trade facilitation, December 2013, that was a great step in that direction, and it will benefit companies massively. We are talking about €1 trillion to be added to the world economy. We are talking about 21 million jobs. And if you go one step further, there's not only the World Trade Organization, there are the many bilateral deals which provide additional benefits to these companies. And you have things like imports from developing countries. The European Union makes these imports cheaper to help these countries to develop better. But for them to be attractive to the importers in Europe, these these tariffs need to be predictable. And Eurocommerce did a great lot to achieve that. Now these imports are predictable, and again, for an association like Eurocommerce, there is an opportunity and a role to deliver a bold contribution to achieving that, to the tangible benefit of the companies.
I see. You mentioned import situations. Are you trying to get cheap imports in through the back door for your own market reasons?
We need to import if we want to export. This is what makes European competitiveness. Import and export of goods, but also of services. And this is in the mutual interest of European wholesalers, importers and retailers, and the European manufacturing industry. Our sector, European commerce, is a major exporter of services. We export supermarkets. We want to open shops in India and Japan. European retailers, when they have shops abroad in other countries, they are very likely to sell European-made or European-designed products. And that's a huge opportunity for the manufacturing industry. But of course, you have issues like anti-dumping, where there is a conflicting interest. And there we have a huge challenge, because we need to square the circle. You have the producers who want more anti-dumping. We have the importers and retailers that want less anti-dumping. And here we will only be able to find a solution that works for all if we are prepared to engage in a reasonable compromise, to meet somewhere in the middle. But on the other hand, if you're a small company, if you're a bigger company, what is fundamental for you at the moment when you sign your contract and you buy your merchandise, you need to know what is my import tariff. Is it 10%? Is it 5%? Is it 0%? This means that we need more predictability and less procedural complexity, more transparency. And here Eurocommerce is in a position to help. We have been successful in making trade more predictable for the companies, and with the support of our members, we will continue this success story also in the future.
That sounds like a very broad area full of lots of key challenges. Ralph, I wish you luck for the future.
Thank you very much.